Now we are looking at the muscle which are connecting my upper limb with my anterior chest wall. And this huge muscle which you are looking at here, that is my pectoralis major muscle. And there you can see the clavicle bone. And this is my sternum. And you can see very clearly the clavicular part of my pectoralis major and the sternocostal part of my pectoralis major muscle. And this is my deltoid muscle. And you can see very clearly the groove which runs in between. This groove is named as the deltopectoral groove. And the content of this groove is my cephalic or cephalic vein. My pectoralis major muscle is coming from the clavicle. It's coming from the sternum and the adjoining costal cartilages. So these two parts, they are joining and they are converging to be attached to my lateral lip of my bicipital groove, which I cannot show you at the moment. Let's try to understand the nerves of the upper limb. So right now, one of the very important key point which is useful in identification of my different nerves who are responsible to control my upper limb. We need to make this M, and I'm sure everybody can see this M formation. You can see one limb descending, ascending, and the descending. So this is my lateral cord. And there we can see this nerve which has been visible here, that is my continuation of my lateral cord, and this is my musculocutaneous nerve. And you can see very clearly it's approaching to a muscle here, and that muscle is my coracobrachialis. It pierces it and it supplies it. I will show it to you shortly after that. And then we can see there are the two roots from my lateral cord and from my medial cord. And these roots are making the nerve which has been shown up here, and that is nothing but the median nerve here. So now we can see there is a lateral root and there is a medial root. And we all know this lateral root coming from my lateral cord and medial root is coming from my medial cord. And these roots, they join to form a common nerve which is in the middle, and that is my median nerve. If I want to look it down, I can isolate this nerve very clearly here. And right now I'm lifting up which nerve? That is my median nerve. Now you can see one more nerve here that I'll try to lift it by this maneuver, and this is I'm isolating. This is the continuation of my medial cord, and that what I'm lifting here at the moment is my ulnar nerve. So you have seen the musculocutaneous nerve, you have seen the median nerve, and then the last but not the least, that's my ulnar nerve. Now you can see the musculocutaneous nerve, and there you can see the coracobrachialis muscle, and this nerve, it pierces it and it supplies it. And then you can see this is, you are looking at the short head of my biceps brachii, and this is the long head of my biceps brachii. So this nerve, it supplies coracobrachialis, the short and the long head of my biceps brachii. And after supplying these muscles, this nerve, it is innervating the muscle here, and that is my brachialis muscle. And where is this nerve about whom I'm talking? We want to see that nerve. So let me try to bring it for you. And there we are looking at the musculocutaneous nerve, which I was saying is supplying to them. And after completing its supply to this brachialis muscle, this nerve continues as the lateral cutaneous nerve of the forearm. So by doing this, we have seen one nerve, and that was musculocutaneous nerve. Now let's track the median nerve. Let me isolate that. So this median nerve, this is my median nerve. And you can see that its median nerve is approaching where? To my cubital fossa. So this median nerve is coming here to my cubital fossa. So let's zoom in the cubital fossa. Now let's try to isolate this nerve, which is the median nerve. And just look at here. This is my cubital fossa. And this nerve is the most medial structure. The structure which is next to it, it means lateral to it, this is my brachial artery. And then the most lateral structure, you can see very clearly, right now I'm touching at the tendon of my biceps brachii muscle. So now here, we know that this median nerve go close between the two heads of a muscle in my forearm, and you are looking at pronator teres muscle. And if there is a pronator syndrome, this nerve can be trapped and it gives the symptoms of the nerve trapment. After here, I cannot show you further. This nerve, it goes and it supplies primarily the muscles who are located in my flexor forearm or anterior forearm. And its deeper branch, which is anterior interosseous, that supplies the deep group of my flexors of the forearm muscles. Let's look at the boundaries of cubital fossa. Medially, we can see pronator teres. Laterally, we can see brachioradialis. And we all learned that there was an imaginary plane which runs between my two epicondyles. That makes the base. And the place where these two muscles, they cross each other, that makes the apex of my cubital fossa. And we have seen the content. The most medial structure is my nerve. Which nerve is this? Median nerve. And then in between I have the brachial artery. And the most lateral structure here is my tendon of my biceps brachii muscle. Now you are looking at the ulnar nerve. We all know ulnar nerve is the continuation of my medial cord of my brachial plexus, which we have seen already before. So this ulnar nerve, it continues, it runs on the ulnar side. It gives no branch in my arm region. And now we can see we are approaching towards the medial epicondyle. And there you can see this ulnar nerve again. So now to see it further, we need to look from, we have to lift this arm to see its close relationship where it goes behind my medial epicondyle. Now we are looking at the ulnar nerve. And this is my medial epicondyle. You can see very clearly this nerve is going behind. It's disappearing here and it is going behind my medial epicondyle. After going here, after running behind this medial epicondyle, it supplies two muscles in my forearm. And these muscles are flexor carpi ulnaris and the two slips of my flexor digitorum profundus, which are attached to my fourth and fifth digit. And the story doesn't end here. This nerve ends when it enters in my palm, and there it is supplying primarily a big number of intrinsic muscles of the hand. Let's look at the muscles. Which muscles? The flexor muscles of my forearm. This is my medial epicondyle. There will be my lateral epicondyle. So now this muscle, which you can see this tiny muscle, that is my pronator teres muscle. So you are looking at flexor carpi radialis, and it goes and get attached on the basis of my first metatarsal bone. And then you can see this muscle which is not always present, and this one is my palmaris longus. And after that you can see another muscle. This one is going towards my ulnar side, and this muscle is my flexor carpi ulnaris. If I retract these muscles, so now underneath this group of muscles which I am holding here, these are my components of my flexor digitorum superficialis. And for the deeper group of muscle, we need to have deep dissection. Then only we can identify the deep group of muscles. And these muscles are flexor pollicis longus, flexor digitorum profundus, and pronator quadratus. And all these muscles, with an exception of my flexor carpi ulnaris and the ulnar half of my flexor digitorum profundus, all these muscles are innervated directly or through the deep branch of my median nerve. Now let's review the muscles which are coming from my common extensor origin, and the first muscle which is coming from there and also from the distal part of my humerus through the supracondylar ridge, and this muscle is my brachioradialis muscle. It is a unique muscle of my extensor compartment of my forearm. And then we are looking at these two muscles who are tightly blended with each other, and these are my extensor carpi radialis longus and brevis. And if we try to separate them out, we have to dissect it here. You can see this clear line which is just going in between. And after that, what you can see here, this muscle, and that is my extensor digitorum muscle. And then can you see this little slip? That is my extensor digiti minimi, and this one is my extensor carpi ulnaris.